Inside Education Society of Alberta recently received over $60,000 in grant funding from the TELUS Friendly Futures Foundation. Now, I'm joined today by Steve McIsaac, the Executive Director of Inside Education. Steve, let's just start with what this money is going to support.
So we were delighted to receive the funding from the TELUS Friendly Future Foundation. It's supporting Inside Education's Clean Air Responsible Schools program, which is the kind of the scaling up and the repurposing of an air quality education program that we've delivered in the past, but it's kind of taking it to more 21st century learning. The grant that we received was part of the innovation focus of the Friendly Future Foundation from TELUS. So we were able to engage some new technology to help young people across Alberta and into Saskatchewan learn about air quality around their school.
Now, you mentioned that this funding is going to be supporting youth across Alberta, and that includes youth here in Lloydminster.
That's correct. Yeah, we've got a long relationship both with the Lakeland Industry and Community Association, and we worked a lot with ES Laird Middle School over the years. So we're expecting to lean on our good friend Sean Donald at ES Laird in the coming weeks. So it is going to be available to schools, and really the great part about it is it's a curriculum enhancement opportunity. So while the programs of studies in Alberta and Saskatchewan are slightly different, the idea is to take this as being part of a science unit, but also scale it up into the action that young people can take to help influence air quality around their school.
Can you go a little more in depth into how this money will be used and how students will benefit from it?
So again, the Friendly Future Foundation innovation component is enabling us to secure some pretty, we think, amazing air quality sensors being developed out of a pretty highly respected US firm called Timbu. It's their Internet of Things air quality sensor. So the schools that are identified to participate in the program will receive one of these outdoor air quality monitoring tools. And we're going to leave it to them to sort of decide what they want to study around their school. Though one of the things that we realize around schools, particularly when we're talking about air quality, is at certain times of day, mainly drop off and pick up at the beginning, at the end of the day, certainly vehicle traffic is quite high. So we're going to encourage the students to study what's the air quality like at these different times of day, and if it's not as good as we might want it to be, what sort of things can be done to help improve it. Maybe we stagger where vehicles are parked. We talk about idling ideas and best practices in vehicle idling. So really it's taking a citizen science approach, so the students get to do the real science, and then kind of the so what component is, what are we going to do about what we've learned and discovered about air quality around our school? We think it's going to be a fun program. It's going to be using real science. We're also going to be supporting teachers, so they're not entering into the project blindly, providing them some great information from Leica and from the other air quality monitoring air sheds across Alberta mainly. So there'll be a scale up opportunity for teachers and for students.
Yeah, this sounds like a very exciting learning opportunity for students. How exciting was it for Inside Education to receive this grant?
So this has been was a really exciting opportunity. We as we're moving into more 21st century learning within our organization Inside Education, the TELUS Friendly Future Foundation grant is enabling us to engage even more advanced technology and then extrapolate that and take that into schools and get young people excited about the use of technology and how that is going to affect their future. Kids love to play with the technology. I'm guessing that they're going to be the ones troubleshooting the technology and rather than their teachers. So we're excited to be able to provide those opportunities for young people to engage with technology and also to make a difference when it comes to environmental sustainability and to ambient air quality.
Now, that leads into my final question of why is it so important to address the issue of air pollution?
When we're talking to young people a lot about issues related to our air and our climate, it can be a daunting reality for young people. What this program is going to be able to do is to demonstrate that personal action can make a difference. We have to understand that young people spend a good part of their waking hours at school, so part of their natural environment is the school. If they can see a difference in air quality at because of what they've done, we believe it'll motivate them to continue to engage in productive solutions, and measuring air quality, making a change around their local environment. We just think it's a great place to start.
That's awesome, Steve. Well, thank you so much for joining us today. Before we go, is there anything else you'd like to add?
We're thrilled to get started. We're really appreciative of the TELUS Friendly Future Foundation for the support, and we're going to be contacting LICA to nominate schools in the Lakeland region and schools throughout Lloydminster in the early in the new year. So we can't wait to get started.